Do you need to be a millionaire by 30 to be successful? Or is chasing your dreams about timing, patience, and strategy rather than age? So, you know, I'm conflicted because I think you kind of need both. And hear me out. This is why I'm saying I feel conflicted in this whole question. If you are able, of course, to be successful before 30, amazing. That's great. But that's not what I really mean. I think if you put a time, like a limit, like a time limit, for example, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be a millionaire, it makes you stay hungry. Okay? For that part, I would say yes. It's important. Because I think I did an episode where I said, if you're not hungry, then it's going to be very tough. In this industry, and I mean like business in general, you need to be able to be hungry enough to go after your dreams. Because the moment you become comfortable, that's when danger comes in. Okay? So with that, I would say yes. Because I remember when I said, by the time I am 30, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. Didn't really happen. But it made me stay hungry. Okay? And of course, when you get older, it's not really about the age anymore because you just passed it. And it becomes more about like strategy, it's about timing and patience and all that stuff. Yes. But, the thing is, I feel like with everything that we do, we put so much pressure on ourselves with achieving anything. I would say when it comes to sport, I think this mindset is amazing. I think with sport is when you're young and you have a period of time for you to be in the like pro league, to be accepted and to be really good. Because at a certain age, you cannot compete with the young ones anymore. So if you have that mindset in the sport environment, I would say 1000%. If you can say by this time I'm going to be a pro, or by this time I'm going to be a UFC champion, yes. But when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, it can be also dangerous if you put a time limit, because then you don't really learn. Because your thing is all about, let me prove it to myself and let me prove it to anyone around me that I can be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Rather than when you say, I don't give a fuck what other people think. I'm going to do it for me. And it's about the right timing. It's about me being patient and having a strategy from going from A to B. Because again, it's so much harder than you think. I made that mistake so many times where I thought, in 3 months, I'm going to be a millionaire. And because of that, I made so many mistakes. So many mistakes over and over and over again. So if you have the luxury and you're able to really give yourself time to go to the next level, then I'd rather you do this, because again, this beauty about glamorizing entrepreneurship. It takes time. It's like, in a way, you can think about it going to school, right? You don't go to school and within 1 year, you know everything, right? Every year you learn different. Every year you go to a different class. You have a different teacher. You have different classmates. You learn something new. And that's the same thing with entrepreneurship. That's the same thing with business in general. Take your freaking time. Don't let yourself or anyone else pressure you to succeed at a certain age. Trust in timing, trust in yourself, and be okay if your overnight success takes you 10 years. If you can really commit for you to be a business person, an entrepreneur, yes, of course, you want to get there as fast as possible. You see, that's something that sometimes I regret, because there's people that said that many times, and I never really agreed with, because my thing was like, I want to get there as soon as possible. The people who say it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey, they are so right. I am so close to being 40. Now looking back, I see how fast time moves. And I look back and I am so regretful of not being able to really enjoy where I was going. You know, now when you look back in your 20s, and back in your 20s, you felt like, oh my God, I'm struggling. I have no money. I'm not going to survive. And it was always so hard. Now that you were able to pass all the struggles and you look back, you think, you know what? Actually, it was a really good life. I had so much fun. But we as human beings, and I'm not just making this just about business, but I'm making it in general. We human beings, we do not live in the moment. We don't know how to live in the moment. At least for me, I have a hard time with that. So, yes and no. Give yourself the pressure, but don't give yourself too much pressure, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I get it. But I rather you watching or listening, please, for the love of God, enjoy the journey. Because the journey is so fast. And it goes by so quickly. Where you look back and you're going to regret not being able to enjoy it. You will reach the destination. As long as you believe in yourself, and I say this over and over again, as long as you believe in yourself, you will reach the destination. But the hard part is enjoying the moment, enjoying the journey. And I still, to this day, sometimes struggle with that. And I have to remind myself, enjoy it. So, like I said, I'm conflicted. Yes and no. But you know what? I want to put it out there. I want you guys to tell me what you think, because I'm giving you all the time my opinion, but now I want to hear your opinion. Do you agree with that statement or not? I would love to hear from you. Until next time.